Hello and welcome back to NJCDC's The Loft. Today we welcome back the Great Falls Youth Center. Can we all introduce ourselves around the table?
Hi, my name is Camila. I'm a sophomore and I go to Kennedy.
My name is Sean. I'm a senior.
Hi, my name is Mr. Ricardo. I'm a mentor here at the Great Falls Youth Center.
And it's your first time here, right? So,
Yep.
yeah, at least at the table. So that's super exciting.
Yeah, I've been behind the scenes.
Yeah, we're going to have you on the mic, more often, hopefully. So let's go.
Hopefully, yeah.
So today we're going to talk about Valentine's Day. To start us off, Ricardo, can you get us with our first question?
All right. It's a little simple one. What does Valentine's Day mean to you?
And do you celebrate it or do you see it as just like any other day?
I see it as any other day and I don't celebrate it. My mom's my Valentine. She be buying me she'll give us either like chocolate covered strawberries with balloons or like whatever we want. I told her to give me food.
Okay, food is great.
Word.
Food is great.
Yeah.
A lot of people do food,
I like
dinner.
that answer because a lot of people think Valentine's Day is really more a relationship thing between partners when in reality you just show love to your families and all that too.
100%.
What about you, Sean?
Well, personally, I feel like when it comes to Valentine's Day, it really depends on the circumstance of it. So like, I'll see it as a normal day if it's a normal day. Like I don't have any relationship going on. If I'm not like doing anything for Valentine's Day, it's just a normal day. It's just February 14th.
And do you usually, like, if you are in a relationship, do you usually plan for stuff for Valentine's Day? Or is it even like, or do you just mean generally like, if you are in a relationship, it means something, and if you aren't, it's not?
In a way, both, I would say.
Okay.
For me, because I'm married, so sometimes it does feel like I have to do something.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's also like, what's the point? We're with each other every day, Like, so for me, it's like kind of like, oh, I'm married. It's like none of this means anything because like when you're married with somebody, it's like every day it's like, oh, I'm just happy to see you.
Okay.
So that's how I'll see it. So it's like at first I'll say, yeah, it was like, oh, I feel like I gotta do something. Now it feels like, oh, who cares? Like we with each other. Like we know we ride or die,
Okay.
We don't need a day to show that.
All right. If your wife watches this, she'll hear all of that. Okay. Yeah. All right. Just want to make sure. We're clear on that. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I'll get us started off with our next question. So do you think Valentine's Day is overrated or do you think it's like a fun tradition?
I feel like it's most comparable to like Halloween.
Okay.
It's not as comparable to like something like Christmas or anything in really the holiday season.
Okay.
But I think it's a pretty good holiday.
Okay. What about you?
I think it is overrated.
Yeah.
Just because, and again, it goes back to being married. It's like I got my anniversary, then the anniversary when we got married, the anniversary when we met, the anniversary where we made it official, boyfriend and girlfriend. You have all that, so it's like, what's even the point?
Do people in relationships celebrate all of those things? Like usually, is that a normal thing to celebrate? Like all these milestones?
I mean,
I think it would be a special thing to do. Like I wouldn't. Yeah, I think it's cute. I feel like it matters.
Okay. I mean, I get like anniversary. Yeah. I get like
But Valentine's Day, but that's like special. Like it's a cute moment. Like you should always just like do it to like make the person like smile, bring them flowers.
But like
that's one way to look at it. Yeah,
when you compound it with everything,
that's what I'm thinking.
Like that's expensive.
That's like that's why I say I rather prefer my anniversary where I started dating my wife and my anniversary where I married my wife than Valentine's Day, because it's like, let's be real, like they say, oh, it's Valentine's Day, so you have to do it. It's like nah, that's not how I see it. I see it as like, to me, the most important day in people's lives, they always say, is either when your kid is born or when you got married. So that's how I see it.
If you ever have a kid, is that like one of those days going to be knocked off, like the chain?
No, I'm never having kids.
Okay, all right, okay, fair enough.
That's a whole nother thing.
All right,
but definitely my anniversary though. You want to start with the next one?
Yeah, unless you want to go for it.
Yeah, okay. What is your favorite Valentine's Day memory or funny ones?
My favorite? 2 relationships ago, I had a pretty good one. I got like a red velvet cake, some jewelry.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Like what kind of jewelry?
Cake. She got me a bracelet and a necklace.
Okay.
Okay.
You're dripped out. All right. I see you.
How big was the red velvet cake?
It was like a full-size cake.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Like
I'm hungry.
Share with your family.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Is red velvet your favorite?
Yes.
Mine too, actually.
Yeah.
Word?
I feel like elementary school relationships were always the relationships that I feel like I always just like, not really the best ones, but I feel like, because I've only been, we're going to have to talk about relationships. I've only been in one relationship in high school since like I'm a sophomore, and I'm not gonna date nobody else in that high school. Thank you.
Okay.
But like the elementary school, obviously, like I feel like those Valentine days were the ones that mattered the most because I was more younger, and it was like I actually poured my heart out, like
Yeah, like it meant
like,
it's meant something.
No, like I think it was just cute, like that. I was like, like I feel like those are memorable because like I can't speak for like high school because once again I've only been one person in high school, but like. I can't really say a memory because it really would be like we'd buy each other our gift before school and give it to each other at school, and that's it.
Oh, okay. Okay, that was more than I was doing in elementary school. Like I just thought, like you write somebody's name on like a lollipop and you hand it out in class.
What I did.
You know what I mean?
That's what I had to do.
Yeah.
When I was in elementary school, literally buy a heart-shaped lollipop and tape it or glue it to a little note that has your classmate's name on it.
Yeah. And there was like a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And
you had to do everybody, so no one else
felt left out. Yeah.
Well, the best gift I got was it was in 8th grade. You know those bears that are like have roses all over them?
Okay.
Like, they're like those gift bags, like the really gift, like the ones you'd give to like a baby shower, like
yeah.
Like a bunch of snacks, like a bunch of snacks.
You said food for your mom, and that it still rings true. All right. So I know you kind of expressed already how you feel like it could be for anybody, but how do you guys feel about Valentine's Day being exclusively for like couples? Do you think it can be celebrated like with friends or with family?
Well, I feel like it can be celebrated with family and friends.
Okay.
But it's also like a wedding. Like you celebrate your wedding with family and friends.
Okay.
But like you could do a wedding with just you and your lover. So it'd be like the same concept for me.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. Fair enough.
I think you should be able to show love to anybody you love and get them like whatever you want. Like for anybody you love, like it should be for family, friends, and
People always make it seem like, especially when like you're young, you think, oh, I need to be in love with the right one to celebrate this. And really, you just show love to whoever, your loved ones, your family, your friends, whoever.
Okay.
I want to ask this next question.
All right.
What do you think makes a relationship strong and healthy? No matter if it's romantical or friendship.
I would say communication.
Communication?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's number one.
Yes.
Yeah. I was about to say, that was the first thing I thought of too. So like, why do you think that's the case?
Well, I feel like without communication, there's really nothing to base off of. Because without communication, there really isn't any trust.
Okay.
There isn't really any foundation and things of that nature.
Like, what are some aspects of of a relationship you think can be impacted by good communication or bad communication?
Well, when it comes to bad communication,
I
feel like I said before, like trust could really be affected.
Okay.
Like you're kind of like shutting this person out, so they don't really know much.
I guess if you say nothing, you have no communication, it's kind of neutral.
Yeah.
But I feel like something like trust, it definitely can be locked out with no communication. I'm thinking like bad communication necessarily. Like, what does bad communication look like?
Like not telling other people how you feel.
Okay.
Like especially like your friends or people close to you.
What about you, Camilla?
Communication, loyalty, and trust. The main 3 things.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you value the highest?
Communication, 100%, like 100%, and trust too. We could be talking about stuff, communicating, but you could be doing something else,
Okay, like you could be untruthful. You could be communicating untruthfully.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
To me, it's like everything from communication to respect to trust, all of it. Because the thing is, people really think that if you love a person, that's enough. Love can only get you so far. It can only get you so far. You need so many different elements to make it work, and it's not gonna be easy.
Yeah, I think it takes a lot of like discipline. Discipline is very like important. You need to be able to set boundaries and like respect each other's boundaries.
You're gonna have to accept that the person, like for me, when I got married, I had to accept that I'm saying yes to this woman, but I'm also saying yes to the woman she's gonna become 5 years from now, 10 years from now.
Okay.
Because that's another thing. A lot of people, they say, oh, I love this person. Are you going to love that person when he becomes someone else or she becomes someone else in 5 years? Will you accept that? That's one thing you got to look at it. You got to look at long term. And that's why you got to look at trust, communication, and be like, am I ready?
Yeah, like
and
to really like put my...
And you got to sacrifice a lot. That's a big element, sacrificing.
Yeah.
On both sides.
Especially if you're going to, like, if that's going to be your life partner, you're going to be spending the rest of your life with this person. You know what I mean?
So
like compromise is definitely necessary. Compromise is very important.
So yeah, like I said, it takes a lot, but one of the main things I can truly say, you're gonna sacrifice a lot, and if you can't sacrifice it, or they can't sacrifice it, you should really look yourself in the mirror and say, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. That's a good answer. Well, that's the next one.
All right.
So do you think it's better to celebrate Valentine's Day with like a big gesture or maybe like a small meaningful one?
Obviously a small meaningful one, right?
Okay. Like, some people like to go over the top with just like a bunch of chocolate, or like a big gift basket with stuff,
I would be okay with just flowers and food. That's it.
Okay.
And maybe candy, some snacks on
All
the
right,
side.
yeah, of course. You need snacks.
Course,
you really do.
For later.
Well, I feel like as far as grand gestures go, I feel like something in the middle, or like it really depends on the specific person on how they feel, or if they can even like afford to do such things of that nature. Yes. But like me personally, I'd prefer to do something big or like semi-big, or something sentimental or something that would be really useful to that person.
Okay.
Considering I like to pay attention to detail, so
for sure
I pay attention to things that people like, et cetera, et cetera. So
yeah, that's how you pick out good gifts and stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
What about you, D?
Putting into consideration kind of what you were saying earlier, how like it made me think how when you're celebrating all these like anniversaries, like first date, marriage anniversary, it's like you do really have to like. Now I'm thinking about you should like pick and choose your battles, and like, and maybe in my mind, the meaningful gestures should be saved for other occasions, right?
Absolutely.
But I definitely still get like you could still do like other gestures like that. Like I knew a person who did, how you do like what was it, like the 12 days of Christmas, like somebody did like the 12 days of Valentines or the 14 days of Valentines, where like every day he would get his wife like something small, like some flowers, or like me on there they get like some chocolates or like a different kind of gift, and they're all leading up to like Valentine's Day. And I think that was really nice. That was like a really good idea. But they were all like, they weren't exactly the most meaningful gifts per se, but I guess that's kind of like a big gesture, like a big kind of just like, just a kind of sweet thing to do, so yeah, I think the meaningful stuff can be saved for other occasions that are less, like not on Valentine's Day, you know?
So for me, I think the same thing what Camilla said, like food. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I love food.
And nothing too crazy. Like you can give me like a Bacon King from BK.
Yo.
And I'll be fine. Like I remember I give my wife flowers and a little teddy bear, and that was it.
Okay.
Nothing too crazy. And she gave me something similar. I'm like, all right, cool. And that was it. Because like we both understand, like, oh, big deal. Like there is times where like, sure we go out, sure we not, but then it's like we got a whole like anniversary coming up.
Yeah, and those birthday, Valentine's Day reservations are gonna be crazy at restaurants.
Oh my God, who is you telling? Who is you telling?
Yeah.
Listen, it don't matter if you go to a 5-star restaurant, a Red Lobster, a Chili's, or Applebee's. Everything's gonna be booked.
Yeah,
everything.
100%. That's like the day things get.
McDonald's gonna be full. Like, do you guys think Valentine's Day in movies or TV shows is realistic, or it's just Hollywood stuff?
What do you mean realistic?
Okay, so the day of Valentine's Day, right? Movies and TV show always make it seem like is this big grand gesture that you have to go through thin and thin. Do you think that's realistic, or do you think they're sort of setting a standard that shouldn't be there?
They're setting a standard that shouldn't be there.
Right. Because I'm not going to lie, like, if I had $1 for every time I saw a TV show or movie do this thing where it's like, oh, the guy or the girl, they go through hoops and this and that, like to grab the perfect gift, this and that. I'm like, that's not real.
Oh, you mean like YouTube videos and stuff?
I mean, we can use that for example too.
Like YouTube videos on Valentine's Day, the day of like doing like many Valentine's Day goodie bags for each other and like trying the Valentine's Day candy. I think that's cute. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think that's like extra. Like I feel like that's just bringing, like people showing what they, fun little things to do like for Valentine's Day.
But now I'm thinking about it like in the perspective of someone who's like in media. I'm thinking about that. I'm like, okay, if I had a wife and I like put my Valentine's Day on YouTube, would it kind of make it feel like work? Would it kind of, do you think it would, like, I'm thinking in my brain, is that going to cheapen the impact of this? Because I'm like, it's content You know what I mean?
It's gonna feel like just for views.
Like it's just for the content? Like I don't know. But I mean, I get what you mean. I think that is like you can do stuff like that. But I'm just thinking if I was in that situation, I don't know if I would do that.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
About you, Sean?
I've never really seen a Valentine's Day TV movie.
You're not into rom-coms, man? You're not a rom-com kind of guy?
They did a special episode of your favorite TV show about Valentine's Day?
No, I've seen every holiday besides Valentine's.
Yeah.
Like even on YouTube.
Do you think the way you and your mom are, do you think that's going to affect you and your future wife? For example, some people would say, oh, I had a bad relationship with my mother. I don't see no hope in being married and having kids with a woman. And some girls will say, oh, I didn't have a good relationship with my dad, so I don't trust men. Or if I do date men, is not the best type of men. It's toxic, because a lot of people don't realize the way their relationship with their parents is also like kind of factor into their relationship with their partner. Do you guys think your relationship with your parents or guardian is gonna like make y'all open your eyes and be like, this is how I should treat X, Y, and Z?
For me personally, I have a full parent household.
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up seeing both my parents together for like a really long time, 17 years. So,
oh wow, congratulations!
There you go.
Not a lot of kids have that,
so for me, I feel like it wouldn't really affect it at all.
Okay.
Considering it wouldn't negatively affect it.
So do you see your parents as like role models of what a relationship should be?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're basically saying like the way you see them act, that's how you would want to act with your significant other in the future?
With some tweaks and changes, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Camila.
I don't think it's gonna affect my relationship at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't think like, oh, like I have a bad relationship with my dad, so I'm only, and that's all I know. So, and again, this is not saying you do, this is just hypothetical. So I'm just gonna go for a guy like this or a guy like that. You think it's like you're your own person, you'll do your own thing regardless of.
Yes.
Okay. So to me, for a long time, I thought that way. I thought like my relationship with my mother, I didn't have a good one with her. So I'm like, I don't see myself like really having a good relationship with anybody. Because like when you're young, you think, oh, if you can't have a good relationship with your own mother, you probably can't have a good relationship with anybody in general.
Okay.
But luckily, I was wrong.
All right.
I'm happy and I'm married. So yeah.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I think that concludes today's podcast though. But thank you guys for coming on here and speaking your minds.
Thank you to our scholars.
And
appreciate
hopefully get you guys back here soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.